Oh, what's up, everybody? I'm one of Rodney's good friends, and today I believe we're talking about friends and family, right?
Yes, friends and family, brother. Um, I know that sounds big, but the reason why I'm doing this this talks about the importance of family and friends, man. Of course, this can go to all races, but why friends and family really need to stick together, and why is the epitome of one success? I just wanted your view on it.
Oh, well, I'll say one family success would be, or a person, let's say, getting a nice job, having the family sticking together, but also spending time with your children. And I was blessed to have that with my dad. Um, he wanted to be a pharmacist, like maybe 35 something years ago, and he went to University Michigan Dearborn and for a few classes and get his feet wet to go to U of M to get his pharmaceutical degree. And then after that, he became a pharmacist in Redford, Michigan. Then after that, he went to, Ann Arbor, different places. He worked at Kroger, and but I noticed that my dad um, worked his butt off just so that me and my siblings and family could, live a nice life. And um, uh, when I grew up, I noticed, I, you know, always hurts for me to say, but there's like Detroit's a great city. There's great, nice, big houses. There's also, torn up houses, and I would say, Mom, what happened to this house? When we were on our way to church, and the many things could have happened, but we just get that negative story about Detroit saying, oh well, black people this and that and can't keep their city up straight, and but I didn't know about the race riots back in the day, and it pretty much happened twice, the '60s and the '80s. You know, all over again. But the main thing is um, when you have a father and mother together with the um, same idea, working together, family, kids going to church, and um, also hearing the kids um, something that they want to do, sometimes can get, you know, you get to understand the kids more a little bit.
Right.
And, all that doesn't happen when you don't spend time with your kids. If you just work, like, there's,
Pretty much got to balance it out.
yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
I agree.
And, that also, goes with disciplining your kid. Because, they won't know right from wrong if you don't discipline them.
Mm-hmm.
Now, it doesn't mean abuse them, punch them, beat them. No. Now, you can scare them a little bit, but
I remember whoopings back in the day. Oof. Nowadays, you
nobody gets
parents
whooped.
get locked up. Right.
Yeah. But it's like you got to know the difference between discipline, chastise from, giving somebody a black eye. Now, some people need black eye. No, I'm kidding. But
well, I want to say this too. Like Mike, you growing up and like you have a lot of siblings and you were homeschooled, right?
Yeah.
At one point.
Till
And
high school.
Was that a conscious decision from your parents? Like, I know this probably was a reason why they did it.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see any benefits?
Yeah,
Okay. Compared to a public school sector.
Because the public school, you're already out living the world, living life, and not as protected as opposed to when you're homeschooled. Now, I feel like maybe the black community could be a little bit better if they were more homeschooled, and then you know, let us make our own school. Let us make our own program. You know, that could fix some things, and um, let us teach our kids with the right school mechanics. You know, because a lot of the stuff isn't being taught of Black history, and people think, oh well, you know, it all started in slavery. No, no, it didn't. Starts back in the Bible too. You know, um, there's so much lack of information that we're suffering from, and you know, usually the government is supposed to help fund, but you know, it ain't working. So I feel like we.
So you learned a lot about your history
Uh-huh.
in homeschool. Okay, compared because you know they go.
I learned a little bit,
Okay.
but as I got older, I learned more
Okay.
from like high school, later years of high school to college. And I also don't understand why, you know, I mean, we should be nice. We're taught in church and everything. We should be nice to everyone, but we don't treat our Black brothers and sisters, you know, with enough love and respect. And I learned in the high school to college years that we should be teaching our boys and girls that, you know, have love and respect for your brother and your sister. You know, you may not know what she's going through, and you may not know what hard life times and she may have went through. And
Man, I agree.
you know, there's been a lot of hurt and pain that our people have been suffering from.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes it's self-inflicted, sometimes it's racism, sometimes it's depression, and you know, we just need a group of our people and others, you know, just to say, hey, it's going to be okay.
Right, and you know that's important too because you know I experienced this with you as well, your best friend and everything, and you know just opening your home to someone that needs help. You know, because you know in 2014 I was going through it like with the divorce, and I was feel pretty much like mentally unstable, man. I'm just glad that I came to your aid and we developed a good friendship. We just my spiritual brother. I mean, you introduced me to the Christian fraternity. I really appreciate that, man. And it was just amazing, man. You're in a good environment, and the fact that that's just showing in love. And when I was teaching today, I talked about you know the importance of showing love, kindness, patience, goodness, faithfulness to exemplify the 9 fruits of the Spirit from Christ, right? That He gave us in the book of Galatians. And those are one of the practical things to enter the kingdom of God. And what you just, I'm just saying, what you just did and what your family has instilled in you, that's what you're supposed to do as a follower of Christ, man. And so that's important, man. And that all comes from a good family structure. Can you imagine if you was in a broken home, you might not think those type of things as serious.
Right, it's like for some people in a broken home, now you know, like broken doesn't always mean destroyed.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, let's say, like there's a crack in a bowl, but it still works. Now, sometimes the crack may be small, sometimes it may just be destroyed,
Mm-hmm.
like or a big old crack, like you could just break it in half like that. Now, broken homes, let's say, like staying alive or surviving day to day may be important, be more important than thinking down the road of the future, like you know, a year from now, 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, you know, and some of our brothers and sisters are suffering from that, and
Right.
you know, sadly, the news and the media and people are making fun of it in different ways, and you know, society's dropped the ball. Sometimes the churches have dropped the ball, but when you understand what is really going on, you know, with our people, maybe we can fix that and have more hope in ourselves than depression and defeat.
Right.
Instead.
Right. I know in Proverbs 17:17 it says, "A brother is born, a friend is loved at all times, but a brother is born for a time of adversity." And I remember posting that when I received my reward in 2015, back in the Christian fraternity, we received our swords, and we just taking pictures. Like, yeah, man, like we are brothers, bro. And like my grandfather, when he was in town preaching, he was talking about that. You know, family are friends, and friends are family, man. And now I understand why Satan attacks it, because a kingdom that's divided cannot stand.
Mm-mm.
He know that no matter how successful you get, if your family ain't together, you ain't together with your family, or you don't even practice the art of forgiveness, it's gonna be meaningless, you know. And so, yeah, man, I just always know you always say, man, family, we gotta be together. Like, that's amazing, bro. And I was kind of talking about that on BMT's channel, but yeah, bro. So you know, you seem like it's significant changes with your sisters and your brothers. Did you feel like you was more of a leader based on your mother and your father sacrificing things for you, or the things that they done in your upbringing?
Now I'll say this: my oldest sister is the leader.
Okay.
I'm like, you know, you got like leaders, then you got second and third tier leaders.
Right.
I'm kind of 1 and 2. And you know, sometimes I want to just help people before they legit fall. You know,
Got you.
like a footballer. Yo, I got you. And you know, I want to be that for my people. And you know, we're just made better than this, man. We're not trash. You know, maybe Fox News and CNN and the other mass media may feel like we're a disabled kind of people, but we're not. We just aren't together, and we need to be. You know, everybody else understands how important family is, but we don't. We're divided still, and we need to fix that now.
All right. I agree, man. I agree. We need to, yeah. You know, I know in the black community, we know that a lot of families have, you know, kids out of wedlock. Kids, you know, they be bringing kids into this world financially unstable, mentally unstable, and it just caused like a huge destruction, man.
Yeah.
You know, I kind of broke that down. We get.
It's funny, man, because
Yeah.
I was just thinking, this is what best friends do, man. I was thinking about relationships, and you know, how to stop the child out of wedlock thing is, you know, when you date, make sure the mom knows the dad. Make sure not the dad. Make sure the mom knows the man or the boy that you're dating, and make sure it's a serious relationship as opposed to, well, you know, I'm lonely and I just want to have some sex. It's like, I get sex is cool, but you know
Yeah.
what's even better? When the man is like a father, as in he's
Amen.
ready to, he knows what he wants in the woman he's pursuing, and he wants to get married. I'm still working on that. All right, I'm 25. So,
Right.
you know, I know it's not over for me, but you know, prepare to be what you want to be so you can be that right now. And I need to do that. All right. Let me see. And you know, when your girl, your boyfriend, whoever, you know, the gender is, are in church and they're listening and they're, you know, preparing themselves for this, for the, you know, relationships of the future. Okay, maybe you can get married. No, I get it. You know, you just want to know how he or she feels before you have sex. But when you wait a minute and see, all right, let's say the black community thought like this. I got to have at least 15, 25 grand before I have sex. Don't you think we'd be more prepared?
You know what? I was about to say this too. Where money does play a factor. I was about to say this too. Shouldn't we? Shouts out to O'Shea Dujaji because he did a video about this. Should black men wait to get married to have sex? What do you think? Do you think like all black men should wait? I mean, men in general, of course, but I'm just talking about specifically in the black community. Like black, men, we need to wait till we get married to have sex.
I guess say any man, any woman should wait to have sex till they're married. Now I get it. Let's say you do have sex, okay, but be smart about it, and do not trap somebody to have sex. And be honest about what you trying to do with the person.
Now, when you mean by smart, about what you mean? Give me some examples.
Like, let's say you use a condom.
Okay.
Or if you're not trying to do that yet, don't have sex.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, because bringing a child into the world is so different than just, oh man, I didn't expect this. I just want to have a good time. You shouldn't have been expecting. What you should have expected on is to develop yourself.
Right.
And, we don't do that as much anymore. Now, there's still some good black men in this world, and there's some good black women in this world. But if we build each other like, what's that game, Rodney, where it's like a big old block and you gotta take
Zunga.
a jump.
Zunga. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, man. You know the game.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
If black people actually did that, we wouldn't be so hurt and broken. Now,